Well, it's somewhere around 10:08 according to Dad's truck here, so we're just heading off, and there's Dad and there's Mom in the back. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
So we are on our way to Outlook. It's actually quite a nice day out, so we are looking forward to today. Although I have to say that the forecast I think is calling for rain, and then after the rain's done there'll be some more rain. So let's hope they don't decide to throw some wind in there for us too. So anyways, we expect about an hour and a half to get to Outlook, and then we will eat a little lunch there, probably in the water by noon, I think.
That's the schedule.
Plan, yeah. So and Mom made us some nice sandwiches, and I guess we'll be dining with her before we get her to drive the truck back for us. So anyways, I guess we'll talk to you from Outlook. Well, it's time for lunch. We've arrived, and this is where we're going. There's the highway there, crosses the river at Outlook, and this is I guess this must be a new walking bridge. So what we did was we had to kind of trek all the gear down, and then down and down, and you get kind of an idea here of whereabouts. And if I look down, I'm looking down, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you can make it out from here, the trail over there, and then all the way down, and there's our gear. Bit of a steep slope, but no rocks turn our ankles so bad, so we're just gonna turn around, and that's the river we're going across. So we're gonna shoot on over. A couple of ticks this go around. I think I probably had 3 or 4 on trekking things here, but they were on the outside of the pants, and we rolled our socks into our pants, so I think we should be good. It is pretty much right at noon, so we'll eat a bite and then we'll get going. Over and out. So this is us on the Saskatchewan River. We are, what time is it?
It is 2:11.
2:11. So we've been going since about a little after, just a bit before 12:30. Here you can see we're just on a sandbar. So there's where we are. You can see like the whole curvature of the earth from here. And that's where we came from. So what am I doing here? Well, you guessed it, we're doing a little bit of casting, take a little bit of a break, stretch our legs. Quite a nice view, and if you look at the sky, today is just a perfect canoeing day. Slight breeze to our back, but that's about it, hey? I suppose somebody should tie the canoe up, but it hasn't seemed to have gone away yet, so we should be alright. There's Dad, first cast of the season, coming up here real quick. So let's hope he catches something. Although he should use something different than what I'm using, I think, because I'm not catching nothing. Anyways, we'll talk to you later. Okay, so this is the second stop today. It's about 20 after 3. And you can see here how everything looks. Still a quite nice day out. A little bit of a breeze here and there, sometimes against us, sometimes not. Now, we came from up there, and take a look around. This is where we're going to be going. I think, if I was a betting person, I would say that island over there is where Chris and I stayed last time. So, it's pretty early for Dad and I, but we were thinking at 3:30 we'd start looking for some place. That place might not work out too well for us, but so we might, in theory, make it a little further than Chris and I did. Just because I think we got in a little earlier. We had to get out of the boat once and walk it over some sand. But that wasn't too bad. Kind of last time it was a half a dozen times by this point. So anyways, 20 after 3, 25 after 3, I guess we'll go for another little bit and then look for camp. We'll talk to you then. Well, it's, hey, what time is it? I always forget what time it is.
It is 5 o'clock on the nose.
5 o'clock. The 5 o'clock bell has rung. So anyways, here is our camp. That is, there's Dad. Our tent, our kitchen table, and then we did a little bit of fishing, so we just kind of hung the poles up, and then our water. This is not a bad place, kind of a little cove that gets in here. There doesn't seem to be any fish in there though, so that sucks. Going the other way, just a little bit, hop over this little embankment, and then that's the river. So that's where we're going. We'll probably head out that way and then hang a left. Although how do we get out there? It might be interesting in the morning because it's a little shallow right there. All in all, a pretty nice day. It's you know, we did get to camp fairly soon. So 3:40, almost 4 o'clock, and then we kind of just got the tent. First rule of camping: get the tent up, and then we got the kind of just went out and did a little bit of fishing, and now we're going to sit down for a little bit of schnapps. There's our little firewood pile. We'll see how that goes. And there's that right now. It's been so sunny and warm out, I can't even think of a fire right now. So I guess we'll see how this pans out. But signing off till fire time, I guess. So this is what it's all about. We have a nice meal, and we've got wine and great company, and then a great world theater. So this is one of the reasons why I love to do these sorts of things.
And we will have pineapple upside down dessert. So that's something to look forward to because I've had it and it's great.
Yeah. Looking forward to the dessert. We probably eat better here than we do at home. Don't tell our wives that. So what a difference a little time makes. You know, it wasn't too long ago we were looking up at pretty much a blue sky with fluffy clouds, and now we're in the depths of Mordor. It hasn't rained, and the wind's actually not too bad, so it might be all right. But you know, it's not. I mean, it's that, and it's not that. Evidently, and so we're done our meal. We just have a little bit of dessert to go. And Dad is. Did you step in the creek again?
I damn near fell into the river.
Well, you can see that one wet foot. Yeah. Well, you know, worse things have happened, I guess. So anyways, there you go. We are well on our way, and I'm realizing that the amount of scotch that I brought probably isn't going to do it for a couple of days. But oh well, there is wine too. So signing off.
Okay, this is Saskatoon to Outlook Day 1. It's 6:25, or is it 7:25 in the evening. We did our supper. We traveled about 24-25 kilometers today, and generally hit the current pretty good, so we didn't have to work that terribly hard. I think one of the things is it wasn't real windy, and we didn't have any bad weather to deal with. So, but we now have spending the evening. We had our supper, tried out our new cooking techniques with just boiling water and dehydrated food, and it worked out pretty good. May have to do a little portion adjustment, but other than that, it worked out okay. So we're just contemplating coffee with maybe a little bit of additive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and there's Michael just relaxing, being easy, and so it's actually a nice evening. But as you see, the clouds are coming in. It's supposed to be raining by tomorrow. But here's kind of a shot of our campsite. We have our kitchen, we have our tent in the background, and we have a lot of stuff still laying out. So we have to get that under cover before it does start raining. But other than that, bugs are bugs, and not atrociously bad, but bad enough. And but we can deal with it. So, you want to say anything, Mike?
I don't know if I have much to say, much to add to that. Everything hurts. Everything always hurts. But we'll get over it, I'm sure, by the time we get up tomorrow morning. So
Takes a little used to walking barefoot on the sand.
yeah. So we're hobbits today, and actually it is kind of nice to just walk around without any shoes on in the sand. It's nice and soft and everything, so it's pretty good.
I got a hot clinker on my toe, so that wasn't too comfortable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you get a spark from this fire on your foot, it kind of hurts a bit. So we decided not to chop the wood. As you can see, we're just, as it burns, we feed it back in on itself, and kind of, I guess, a lazy way to do it, but yeah, whatever. Nobody's around here to judge us except, I guess, you guys watching this. So, so yeah, like, isn't that a nice shot? Just a nice, beautiful evening. Without, I mean, looking at the clouds, I guess, but you know, just a nice little pond right near us, and then in the distance, the valley. Yeah, this has been a good day. Anyways, signing out till later. So welcome to day 2, hey? You can see we're a little socked in here. Kind of got ourselves a little bit of a tarp working. And so we trying to make a little bit of a reasonable stove, maybe get some coffee going and some porridge. The night it rained off and on. It's I mean, it's raining right now, but not crazy bad, but enough to be really annoying. Woke up at 6:30 this morning to get up, so that's when we started our day. And yeah, so that's the start. Let's hope at some point this stops, and we can think about maybe heading out of here. Well, I guess we'll head out either way, but it'd be a little nicer if we could go without there being so much rain. I mean, there's the blessing of all this is that there doesn't really seem to be any wind at all, so that's nice. Anyways,
oh yeah, there we go. So it's 8:35. We just finished breakfast and coffee. Rain is dribbling down, more intense at times and less intense at other times. But we're just debating and to get our proverbial ducks in the water here. We got to pack up our camp. We got to still wash the dishes, and just got everything all set out here. I wanted to use my camp stove, and it was leaking, so I have a leak on it someplace. So I'm thinking that I have to repair that before our next trip. But other than that, it's going. We'll see how it's going to be to set up in the rain tonight. I hope it stops. So we kind of rigged this tarp. I should walk out a little bit. And it kind of sucks with the soft sand because our guy ropes want to pull out of the sand. So the tarp is kind of hanging, but we dropped one end so the rain peels off of it anyway. But it does keep your head dry. So, and hopefully we won't have any problems we'll just cover our gear for the day, and then tonight, setting up in the rain. Well, it's been done before, so I guess it's not a thing that's going to be too terribly new for us. Do you have anything to add?
No, we said it all.
Okay, so over and out for now.
Well, it's 10:01. We are ready, packed up. Campsite seems to be pretty bare. There's Dad making his mark on the world. And yeah, so it's still rainy. Hasn't really let up much. We thought we'd travel with a little bit of a tarp over everything. We actually have a couple of blocks of wood in there that we kind of brought along, old fence shavings or something. So I think as we kind of go throughout the day, we'll just kind of keep dumping the water off this tarp, and we're ready to go. So there you go, out that way somehow. Let's hope it works. Talk to you later. Well, it's 10:01 and we're ready to go. There's the canoe all ready. Everything's packed. Our campsite is bare now, so that's alright. Still raining, as you can see. It's still raining pretty good, actually. We thought we'd run with a tarp today, so we're going to hopefully keep things relatively, well, I mean, they're wet already, but as dry as we can, and not take so much water into the boat. So we have some wood that we brought along that we're going to try to keep dry there, so maybe we can tarp up a fire tonight or something if it doesn't stop raining. We're heading out that way. So I guess it's a little later than we expected, and we will, I guess we'll see how the day goes here. So expectation is if we do 40 kilometers today, I think we have 72 kilometers left to Saskatoon. So if we do 40 kilometers, then we're looking at kind of a 3 or 4 hour day the last day. So we'll see how it goes. Never know what to expect. It is kind of picturesque here with all these trees. Of course, where we stayed was barren as a desert, but and all these trees across the way actually makes it look nice. And if you look across the valley, even with all this rain, it is quite beautiful and quite picturesque. So we'll talk to you later. Well, we are 1 o'clock-ish, just paddling down the river, I guess. There's some river footage for you. It's been pretty much drizzly like this the whole time, although if you kind of look up in the distance, you can see maybe those are clouds of change. Who the heck even knows? So we're just paddling, just trying to keep in. I don't know if you can tell in here, but you can kind of see where the current is, as it seems to be going about the same speed as us right now. But so just try to stay in the current as much as we can. And there's Dad in his back there, just going ahead, and here's me. I don't know if you can hear me from the front, but there you go. And the river here, a lot of sandbars. For a while there we had nothing, so we were clear water straight across. Now we're kind of jimmying around, I guess. So anyways, I guess I'll drink a bit of water and we will continue on. Okay, so it's 4:22 by Dad's watch. This is us. We're getting a little wet. Are we enjoying it still? Well, we're questioning things at this point. We got to go around that corner to the right, and then up, and then around another corner, and then camp, I think. So, anyways, we'll talk to you.
My back that's cold.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm getting the cold.
So, welcome to the suck. I'll tell you, this is a pretty dismal situation here. This is our camp under a tarp. What time is it? 6 o'clock on the nose. This is as far as we've gotten in making our camp. Today, well, we weren't quite sure how long we needed to go, but evidently we went 43 and a half kilometers today, and we are at the same spot that Chris and I camped at. So I guess that's, like Dad says, it's a rodeo campground over there, rodeo grounds or something.
Well, it's the Whitecap Reserve, and
yeah. So they're Whitecap Reserve rodeo ground or whatever. So anyways, we're sitting here. We've had no choice. We had to finish some stuff off.
It is empty.
Coffee, because we are freaking cold. I'm wet, pretty much through and through. Dad, wet, pretty much through and through. Tell them today, Dad, how you jumped in the water at one point.
Pushing a canoe across a sandbar, and I stepped off the ledge, lost my balance, and flopped into the water. So I didn't get. It was just kind of down and out, and it didn't run into everything. But it got me wet.
Yeah. So, anyways, this is it. A little on the dismal side, but you know, you can hear the little pitter patter of tiny raindrops, and it's. Earlier, of course, I did take a little bit of a video of that, but earlier it was cats and dogs coming down at us and scratching us on the way down, I think. But now it's just drizzle, crappy. We could be in Ireland. You wouldn't even know the difference. And so, anyways, this is the 6 o'clock bell, I guess. So I guess from here, we're going to be looking at maybe putting a tent together and maybe making some supper, and then just trying to find a way to dry things off. And we do have a bunch of wood here. It's under there someplace, and we kept it under a tarp in the boat. Our boat filled with water. So I guess the jury's still out on what that wood is.
Well, we didn't fill it with water. We had a couple of about an inch of water in the bottom.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll have a fire, and maybe that'll kind of also help our moods right now. I think tomorrow, if we head off, of course we're heading off in that direction. Tomorrow we head off, and I think it's about 30 kilometers to go tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So, oh, there we go. Tired already.
I lost my map. It fell off the boat. It flew off. A gust of wind flipped it out.
You know, we hear about a gust of wind flip something off or out a lot of times on canoe trips with you, Dad. There's a hat. There's a mat. So, anyways, I'll leave you with this dismal.
Both of our hands are like prunes.
Prunes.
Man, total prunes, man. I don't even have to clean my fingernails. They're clean.
Yeah. Over and out. Okay, so this is the last morning. We're decided to stay in the tent and do everything we could. We've kind of cleared everything out here, and just set up. Well, put the cooking essentials in here. So the way we do things is we make some porridge. So we use the jet boil some water, put it in the little cozy there, has porridge in it, so we did that already. So that's steeping. We boil water again, we take some dehydrated chili, put it in the thermos, and then put the water in. So that's for lunch. And then we're going to boil water again, and we're looking at coffee. So, and then once all that happens, I guess we will see well, we're pretty much just going to have to pack up. It's probably going to rain. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. So pack up in the rain and hit the road. See if we can hit Saskatoon at a decent hour. Signing off.
Hardcore, man! Extreme!
And Dad becomes unhinged. So again, we're in just past the berry barn, and we're getting nice rain. We're loving the rain. The wet, however, is a little bit wearing on us now. So we don't really know how many kilometers. It's 11:20. Don't really know how many kilometers left we have to go, but I'm thinking maybe 2-3 hours from here. Depends on if we can catch the current. We figured out how to read the current a little bit in this rain. And oddly enough, the rain does kind of help find it. So it kind of speeds us up a little bit here and there. But either way, lovely day. Wish you were here. So lunchtime on the South Saskatchewan River. Rain hasn't let up. It's pretty much like this, sometimes harder, sometimes not. The wind is kind of a little bit more in our faces today, so more to our side, but kind of in our face a little bit. You can see across the river there, you can see the current. So we're going to hop onto that jet stream over there a little later and get going. We did in the 2 hours since, I think we got here at 5 to 12, and in the 2 hours since we broke camp, we went about 16.5 kilometers, which is averaging a little bit more than 8 kilometers an hour, which is actually pretty good given the rest of our trip here. So if that holds true, I think according to my GPS, we have 13 kilometers or thereabouts left to go. So that should be hopefully less than 2 hours. So with all this rain, you can see what Dad has to shovel out of there. That's a little on the crazy side, but hey, what are you going to do? Hopefully 2 more hours worth of rain won't sink us. Anyways, I guess we'll see you in a couple hours. The end is in sight. You can see those power lines there. Just around this corner we got a glimpse of the QE power plant. So and the bridge going across, so it's looking like it's just a run into the city. See you in a bit. So it's 2:36. We're in Saskatoon, end of the trip. Hi, Mom. Hi. So, loaded up, ready to go. We did it. And we had a bit of a portage at the end, all the way down to the river there. But we're ready, and somehow we're going to get Dad's truck very dirty on the way home. Successfully done.